Hello, hello, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Welcome to my channel. I am back for, hang on, gotta get my lamp out here a little better. Okay, there you're probably seeing it coming into the view. Okay, there we go. I'm back to work on the Alice in Wonderland tunnel book made with the, hang on, let me get that out of the way. Made with an old record storage album. This is a 45 RPM. I do have a larger one that looks like, this. And I think with this one, I don't know if some of you remember, but Shannon put out a kit with sunflowers. I think I might do this one in sunflowers. It appears to have a torn edge here, so I'll need to pull this one apart like I did the other one, and I'll need to check, inside to be sure that it's clean and bug-free, because a lot of times if you get things that are old like this, the little bugs like to crawl down into the very bases of these, and they cause problems later. They can cause a problem for everything in your room that is book-like. So the reason I say that is when I was with the Genealogy Society, we got some pictures in that got damp, and they started to mold, and then they dried. And then in the bottom here, little bugs congregated, and they're kind of, I don't know what kind of bugs they are. I just call them mealy bugs because they're like the ones you would find in old oatmeal or something. You find those encrusted down in here where they've been busy chewing on the paper and or the molds, and they have died. So anyway, that one I think is going to be the Sunflower album. So we're working on this size, and for those of you that didn't get in here on the beginning, this is a little album, but it does measure 8 and 15/16 by 7.5. 8 and 15/16, which is almost 9 inches, by 7.5. However, your page size is 7 1/8, and going this way, the room you have to deal with is 7.5. Well, 7 7/16. However, I pulled these out of the album, and I am covering the end where the screws go through. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to reinforce this paper. The paper on my journal, my album books, is old, and it's a bit frail. And I'll show you here how it's just from being folded all these years, it has split. This piece will have to be repaired before I can use it. I'll probably just put a washi tape over it, or perhaps I'll do a fold over on this section. Not sure yet. So I pulled out another sheet, and these come sealed like this, and they're a little sealed right through here due to the hole punches, and this had a big staple, a giant staple running through it. So I had to pull that out to get these pages apart. So they're kind of stuck together, and they've used just a little bit of glue along here. And so this is where you want to check, is where there's creases in the paper. And just to be sure it's clean. Now, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't belong in there, whatever it is. It's not a bug, so I don't have to worry about that. So anyway, this is the next piece we're going to use, and we're going to work on the front of it. On this page here, I went ahead and put Alice in the very background, and I decided that I would make this my last page before I have a journal in here. So I think that'll be good. And that's how this one turned out. Now I'll probably go around this with maybe a frame and put a picture in there, and we'll see how that works. I have a lot of frames from the Tim Holtz collection, and then just others that I've collected out of books and from other designers and stuff. So we'll worry about that when we get back to that back page and put in a journal. So I do need to punch my holes here. So let's do that. I'm using the large hole. Probably doesn't really matter, just so long as you get one punched in there. So how is everybody today? And hello, new subscribers. Hi, everybody. Everybody say hello. I have many new subscribers. I'm so excited. I have a dog here on my table. Okay. So I am working today in an extremely squished spot. For those of you that don't know, while we're finding a piece of paper here, I am getting a room renovation, a studio renovation, and I'm very excited about. And we'll save this for later. I'm using this on the inside. In fact, let's just cut that since it's here. I'm using this on the inside, right back here, to cover up this divot. And I'm evening the pages up, and when I glue one on the other side, it will cover this part that's showing. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to cut this off right above there so I get the months in here. I'm not going to have them in any kind of order. I didn't plan that out well enough to do that, which is fine. We don't even have to put the months there if we don't want. We could put something else. What else do we have? We have that. We could use that. Well, let's just do that. Okay. So this goes from where it creases clear to the edge. Just make it so it works. And then what you want to do here is cut it off above this circle. So we're going to cut it off right there. Right here. And then, wonderful enough, we have another one that will go on the other side, on the next one. And we'll cut it off right there. So let's go ahead and get that done. Whenever you can cut two or more of the same type of piece that you're going to need, saves you a little bit of time, and that's a good piece. Ooh, we can do something with that. Okay, so we have that. Let's go ahead and put that in there. We're going to put this one in. Now this does not have to come all the way to the end. It just will help fix that pocket for us right at the beginning. And I'll probably should ink it. So Anyway, for those of you that don't know, I'm getting my room renovated. So I am working in a very small area back on my desk. I had set up in my living room, but for the life of me, I could not get my phone to film. And I'm not removing my camera up here because, wow, that would be a lot of work. And I'm not willing to mess with my video cam. And I'll tell you what, here's what I know now. When I thought I might switch over to phone, no way in the world would I do that. So those of you that use a phone, I am impressed because, man, I had a heck of a time casting it to my computer and getting it to stay on, and just all kinds of problems. And then I was using an old video arm that I have, which is what holds the camera and allows me to insert the phone into it. And my phone was just too heavy for it. And so every time I just get set up to record, it would collapse down. And then it would shut off. I tell you what, I was not a happy camper. So I came in here, I moved everything around, even though they're renovating. I'll have to put it back tonight because they'll be in tomorrow to work. But I can't be without my recording area because I miss it when I'm not here. So I'm straddling some boxes that are under my desk. All my old journals. These are writing journals that are below me. And wow, they take up the space. Oh my goodness. So let's find a piece of paper for the front of this one. Now, I kind of like that. Kind of like just the writing would be nice. I kind of like the idea of being able to put things in after. I don't want everything to end up on the same side. Is what I don't want. So I'm trying to be careful of that and mindful. Okay, going for the front cover right here. And I just want the words. And then if I want Alice and the cat, I can cut the cat out later and put him in, as a whole piece. So I like that idea. Now, these are not even, let me tell you. They are really off. So you have to be mindful of every single edge and how you're going to cut your paper. Now over here, it doesn't matter how it's cut, it's going to be hidden in the spine. Okay, so let's slicey dicey there. Oh, not yet, she says, not yet. Okay. Now, this is going to go from here to... Now, when I even this up down here, this is where it goes crooked. See? A little crooked. Okay. So, we're going to cut that one off right there. So, that's going to come over, and this is going to come up. And we're going to cut it off right about in here somewhere. I don't want to slice all the way through because I want to save my characters for cutting out, for fussy cutting, so that I can use them. Let's put that all the way back there to start with. Okay, so where are we? Right here. Bye. And great. Right there, somewhere. Very close to there. Line this up. We can always trim it down if we need to. Oh boy, I cut it a little bit too much, but that's okay, because we're talking about just fussy cutting out the characters. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so that's not going to stay up there. I've got to find places to kind of put things as I go, because there is no place. I've got books over here and all my bead boxes and everything beady. I feel like there's little beads watching me. Oh, that's because they are. Okay, so go ahead and install this on the inside, approximately where you want it. Ooh. Do better than that, Angie. Do good, girl. Okay, hold on to that. Come inside here, and we're going to draw our line in there so we know where we're going to cut it. And we're going to ignore that bump in the line right there. Okay. Now, I've tried a couple of different things, and I have a circle cutter. It's a big one, and it's a memory. We are memory keepers. It's called a circle spin and trim. I don't know. I think it's, yeah, we are. And this works, but it punches holes in your paper, and so then you're left with these holes in your paper. Now, you can kind of fix that by squishing them back down. So today I'm going to just try getting inside here and cutting the paper. So I'm going to just poke a hole. And then I'm going to take my littler scissors. I think I have some smaller than this. And we're going to try cutting quarters. We're going to try dividing it into quarters. There we go. It'll get easier here as we work on it. You can see that already. And then we're going to cut those quarters in half too, right here. Just so we can divide the pie up evenly, you know. Everybody gets a bite. No, this will actually make it a lot easier to cut out. So first we kind of start on the, kind of make a curve first cutting in. It's okay if it's not even, because we'll even it up. And I'm actually cutting inside the lines more this time, because I'm finding that no matter how good you draw your lines and cut them, it still shows on the edges. And anything bumpy or anything like that, we can take care of that. That's no problem. Okay, so let's take a look at it. And there we go. That looks good. That's a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to just look and see if there's any bumpy bumps. Like right here. Right here. It's a bump out. Okay. And I think I'll go ahead and erase the rest of the lines. That was the easiest way to cut it out that I've found. Most definitely. So you don't need a circle thing. That was simple. Simple, simple Simon. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I am going to straighten it up just a tad right here, which is where I started, I believe. That's a little bit better. I like that a little better. Okay, inking up the inside. So my closet is all tore up, but it has its center brace in it for the tabletop that's going to be going in there. And it will have 3 shelves in the bottom portion. What else do I know? Well, I haven't really planned out the whole top yet, because I told him, I says, I can give you my vision, but until I actually see the countertop in there, I can't give you the upper vision just quite yet. So, they let me skate on that one a little bit. I mean, we have a good idea of what we're going to do. There's no doubt about that. I can see here that the page is torn. So it looks like we need a piece of washi tape, which I cannot get to. So we will washi tape it when we get everything on it. I think my washi tape is like buried over there. I can see the cabinet that it's in, but I can't get to the right drawer. So we will put washi tape on this. First we're going to do this, and then we'll find a nice washi tape to put there. We'll do that. Sound good to you? Okay, so then what I'm doing is using this on the inside pages, and inside where I'm going to glue it, but I'm not using that completely. No, because it may not stick forever. It says it's permanent, but I've never known a glue stick that is totally permanent, but you know, I do have journals that have been put together with glue stick and they are fine. I have mini albums put together with glue sticks and tape, and they are not holding up. So if you have to use the tape in your journals, you sure want to put glue with them. A permanent glue is what I'm talking about. Whoa, right on the edge. So we took a drive last night to see how things are looking with the jamboree. And I'll tell you what, the parking lots, the campgrounds that they set up, everything is packed. And we got to listen to music 2 nights in a row, so it's not bad. I don't mind it. I like music. I think music is something that lulls us into relaxation. So, now these are pretty hard to line up. So, just remember your 4 sides need attention. All 4 sides. And you will get this. And I can't get to my extra papers to glue that down right. And I didn't need to glue this part, but I forgot to draw a line there. So I'm going to wipe that off. Going to squish that up. The one thing I'm doing is trying to straighten out these edges a little bit as I go. It doesn't always work, and that's okay. It doesn't have to work. We're just doing the best we can. Going to cut my curve there, and to go ahead and cut this out. Oh dear, she cut that crooked. First I thought it was upside down. I was going to just break down and cry. She's crying, now what do we do? Okay, do not cut the bottom one until you get the back on. I've learned my lesson there. Okay. So that is straightening up these pieces of paper, and I'm not worrying about covering the inside here because it is pretty well glued here, so I think it's going to hold up fine. And this straightens out the back, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, go ahead and bring this up, and if it needs to be folded up a little bit further to miss your new straight line across here, then go ahead and give this a little fold up, and it should work out just fine. So I'm going to cover this. Oh. Almost messed that one up, didn't I? Okay, there we go. Let me find my phone folder. Give that a new crease. There we go. Okay. Now we've cut that. So that puts us back here on the back of the page. Now I did decide on the backs of the pages, I don't have to do as much fancy stuff like this, but I can look for more of the background papers. Like this would be a good one. I love that. Don't you? Isn't that beautiful? But look at that one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think I want this on this side because this is going to get covered. So, once again, you're measuring top to bottom. Make sure you measure your very top where you put in that new border up, that new piece on the other side, and line them up. We're going to cut this one right here by right here. Okay. Now I will be working on some of these during the week without video, so you don't want to see me decorate every single page, do you? I don't think so. I think this is it. What if I cut it wrong? I'm in trouble, huh? And there. So right about there, I hope. So I will get some of these outer sections done, and then when we start applying characters, I will be back to include you in those. And if I just feel like that's something you need to see, or I've learned something new about this project, then I will definitely video that part too. Okay, so let's, oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so that is exactly where we want it. Oh, not exactly. That is exactly where we want it, right there. So, once again, draw your little circle in there. Like that. Poke your hole. Figure out where you put the little scissors. That's a big scissor. I think I do have a smaller pair of Tim Holtz scissors. I love my Tim Holtz scissors. Does anybody else have them? I love them. They, I haven't had a pair go dull yet. And I have a set of 3. I don't know if he has more now, but yeah, it's they're pretty nice. Sorry if I was out of camera, was I? Yeah, I was back here by myself, just clipping along. So my husband came in and helped me with my design a little bit, because I was finally just so frustrated with the room that he came in and looked, and he said, well, the way you've got this piece over here, why don't you have more of that? And I was like, well, I don't know. I just didn't. And he's right. Because if I took some of the papery stuff out of my big organizer drawers, I have the plastic organizer drawers, and I have iris. I have 9 of those. So he was saying, what he was saying was, I need another 3 iris boxes. iris setups, which are the 12, well, they hold the 12 by 12 paper. He said then you could actually organize all the paper in all those organizer boxes in a better way. And I got to figuring it out, calculating it out, and he's right. It would make a huge difference. Then I wouldn't have all these giant drawers. And with my new closet section, I will be getting shelves for my paints and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about that. And I will be having a pegboard too. So that's going to be... Sorry, I'm cutting right next to me. Right next to me. I'm right there. My voice is here. It's hard to cut this out far away from me. Okay, I don't really care if it looks crookedy. We can fix that. So I am not concerned about crookedy looking unless it's really evident. Oh, and something that Debbie, probably down below in the comment box, you'll see her name. She told me, Angela, why don't you just, when you have a fussy cut that you want to cut out, like that rabbit, set your circle down on it and trace that portion of the circle that you want to cut out, get rid of, and then draw your circle here. Then you'll know you fussy cut this bunny out in the right places. And see, I was holding it up to the light. Go to the light. I was holding it up to the light, and then I got to talking, and I fussy cut, and I fussy cut, clear down to his little foot. But a couple people were yelling at me saying, "Whoa, whoa," and I heard them, and so I stopped, and I was like, man, I'm cutting the whole thing up. Anyway, so that is a good tip. Thank you, Debbie, and thank you for those of you that were yelling at me to stop. This way. So, now we want this to be right side up. We are going to glue it straight across there. And then when we cut our corners, I'll have to cut this one. When we cut our corners, we will go by this one on the outside. This one. Okay? I know it's a little confusing. It's because I'm trying to straighten it out as I go. These are just like envelopes. Very crookedy. So see, I got to get clear up there. When I do that, it gets a problem over there. But we're going to go with it. Okay. Oh, we're right at 40 minutes, so let's hurry and get this done. I have no rhyme or reason to this journal. I just want it to be a crazy adventure. If I was going to do another one, I'd plan it out a little better. But I do think on the other one, I'm going to use, I do have some bee journal paper, and so I might use that. And I might use, I will use the sunflower kit, and then I think I might have a farm kit, or I still have some of the farm left over from one that Shannon had. So I could use some of that, but wouldn't it be cute to do a sunflower one with sunflowers in the middle peeking out in here? What do you think? Think it would work? So, okay, here we go. Glue. Get the little pie sections out of the way. We don't want to glue a pie to it. Okay, I want this to start right about there. I want this to be right up there. Perfect. Perfect. Isn't that grand? Okay. Oh yeah. See, and the nice thing about this paper showing through here is that it's decorative paper, so it doesn't have. Okay, now let's straighten this piece out here. Like I said, we'll straighten it from the front. And if I cut through my envelope, we'll just washi tape right there too. Nope, we're good. Well, it did cut through a little bit right there. That's okay. We will put a little bit of glue here. And if we need to, we'll add some washi tape. So, okay. There we go. Let's punch this hole. Oh, if you can't see it, get your pencil and draw in your lines there. So you cut it in the right spot. Glue. There's glue in there. Do we have glue in our shoes? I think so. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now, here's another corner. Let's straighten it up. Or curve it up. Let's curve it up. Okay, so there we go. We have another page that we'll be adding something to, some elements to peek inside. Yeah, I think on this one, when I go to start the journal part, I'm going to use the tea party paper here. I think I can make it fit if I cut her off right here. And this will start forming be the top page of the journal. So that will be cool. And all of those are going to tuck into here and have holes. So we might have to reinforce those. Oh, and see if we could reverse it. Ooh. And it would change every time. But that probably won't work very well. Okay, so there we are. We have 3 pages. There we go. And here we go. And then that Alice and stuff that I cut out earlier, like the kitty cat, the Cheshire cat, he can go in here. And Alice can be peeking out right here. So we can have the kitty and Alice peeking up right here, and the kitty peeking out. Doesn't mean we have to show the whole thing. I can put them inside here and glue them, and that would work out just perfect. So that would be very cool. Right here. Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I'm going to let you go for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And that's all I have for today. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.